Nilesh,
Good evening,
unmute
sir.
yourself. Yes.
Yes, good
So
evening, sir.
tell us something about yourself.
Sir, can I speak in Hindi?
Yes, हिंदी में बोलिए, कोई इशू नहीं है.
ओके सर, मेरा नाम नीलेश गुप्ता है. मुझे कुल 40 महीने का एक्सपीरियंस है बैंकिंग में.
40 महीना अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है सुनने में.
ओके सर, सो आई विल से 3.5 इयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस. बैंकिंग में मेरे को 3.5 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है. इसके अलावा मैंने MBA करा है आपका मार्केटिंग एंड फाइनेंस में फ्रॉम बिल्डर इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी. इसके बाद मैंने NISM से आपका डिपॉजिटरी मॉड्यूल पास करा हुआ है और मैंने ऑपरेशंस और सेल्स दोनों में काम करा है बैंक में.
अच्छा.
अभी कौन सी बैंक में काम कर रहे हैं?
सर करंटली अभी मैं किसी भी बैंक में काम नहीं कर रहा हूँ. अभी मैं एज ए फ्रीलांसर काम कर रहा हूँ डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में.
क्या काम होता है आपका?
सर डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में मेरे
जो 3.5 साल काम किए हैं, कौन सी बैंक में?
सर मैंने HDFC बैंक में काम करा है और मेरा लास्ट असाइनमेंट था स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड बैंक के साथ.
स्टांसी के साथ.
Yes.
तो मतलब HDFC में कितने साल और स्टांसी में कितने साल?
HDFC में मैंने 2 साल 10 महीने काम करा है और उसके बाद 8 महीने काम करा था मैंने स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड में.
और क्या रोल था आपका वहाँ पे?
सर पहले मैंने जब HDFC बैंक ज्वाइन करा था उस वक्त मैंने क्लियरिंग ऑफिसर के रूप में ज्वाइन करा था वहाँ पे एज ए असिस्टेंट मैनेजर. मैं क्लियरिंग देख रहा था वहाँ पे. आपका जो लोकल क्लियरिंग होती थी उसे साथ साथ आपकी आउट स्टेशन क्लियरिंग के जो चेक्स होते थे उनको, और उसी टाइम पे क्योंकि CTS इंट्रोड्यूस हुआ था तो CTS भी मैं देख रहा था. उसी के बाद मेरा आफ्टर 1 ईयर मेरा रोल चेंज हुआ और मैं पर्सनल बैंक का सेल्स बना. फिर मैं वहाँ पर पर्सनल बैंक का सेल्स रहा 1 साल 10 महीने का. उसके बाद मैंने स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड बैंक ज्वाइन करा था एज ए बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट एग्जीक्यूटिव, जो ग्रेड था प्रायोरिटी क्लाइंट्स का, लेकिन जो रोल था वो था रिलेशनशिप मैनेजर.
अच्छा, देन क्यों फिर स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड छोड़ के अभी फ्रीलांसर का काम क्यों कर रहे हैं?
सर एक्चुअली उस टाइम पे मेरे फादर की 2 एंजियोप्लास्टी हुई थी. सो मेरे को अपने फादर की टेक केयर करनी थी और स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड की कोई भी ब्रांच नहीं थी जहाँ से जैसे कि मैं ट्रांसफर ले सकता अपने होम टाउन में. तो जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट रीजन मैंने उस टाइम पे स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड छोड़ा था. और उसके बाद मैंने जब मेरे फादर ठीक हो गए तो मैंने ज्वाइन करने की कोशिश करी थी दोबारा बैंकिंग इंडस्ट्री में, बट बिकॉज वहाँ पे उस टाइम पे मेरा 6 महीने से ऊपर का आपका गैप हो गया था तो इसी वजह से मैक्सिमम जगह जो आपका कैंडिडेचर रिजेक्ट हो गया मेरा.
ओके ओके ओके. CTS के बारे में कुछ बताइए आप. जैसे बोल.
यस सर, CTS की फुल फॉर्म होती है आपकी चेक कंप्यूटेशन सिस्टम. इसमें जो होता है आपकी जो भी चेक होती है उसकी इमेज जाती है प्रोसेस होने के लिए, जबकि आपका जो फिजिकल चेक होता है वो हमारे पास ही रहता है. और बेसिस अपॉन द जो आपकी चेक की इमेज होती है उसके बेसिस पे आपकी क्लियरिंग होती है. और जब ये स्टार्ट हुआ था 2010 में तो उस टाइम पे केवल 3 लोकेशंस पे हुआ करता था, आपका दिल्ली, मुंबई और चेन्नई में. तो मैं उस टाइम पे रूरल पोस्टिंग में था, दिवाड़ी में. तो हम जनरली अपनी स्कैनिंग मशीन हुआ करती थी उसके थ्रू स्कैन करते थे चेक को और दिल्ली के उसमें क्लियरिंग में लगा करता था वो. और एक टाइम
नेगोशिएबल इंस्ट्रूमेंट क्या होता है?
सर नेगोशिएबल इंस्ट्रूमेंट है 1881 है. इसके तहत आपके जितनी भी चेक्स हैं, आपका बिल्स ऑफ एक्सचेंज है और आपका प्रॉमिसरी नोट्स हैं, ये सब डिफाइंड होते हैं अलग अलग सेक्शंस में. टोटल 147 सेक्शंस हैं इसमें और इसी के बेस पे जितने भी
मैं
आपके
कोई
हॉलीडेज
चेक
होते हैं.
पेंसिल में लिख के आपको दे रहा हूँ फिल करने के लिए.
यस सर.
आप क्या करेंगे? उसको रखेंगे या रिजेक्ट करेंगे?
सर पेंसिल में सर मेरे सामने क्योंकि कभी इस तरीके की कोई सिचुएशन नहीं आई है कि क्या पेंसिल के में
नहीं,
दिया
अभी
हुआ
मैं
चेक.
दे रहा हूँ. मैं आपको अभी दे रहा हूँ.
यस
मतलब आप क्या करेंगे? मैं एक चेक आपको पेंसिल में लिख के दे रहा
सर,
हूँ.
इसके बारे में सॉरी मेरे को नॉलेज नहीं है क्योंकि मैंने कभी इस तरीके के चेक में डील नहीं करा है. तो अपनी
चेक
जो भी है
कोई भी इंक, कोई भी
जनरली इंक में ही दिया जाता है सर.
कोई लिपि उसमें मतलब उसके वजह से रिजेक्ट नहीं होता है. ठीक है.
यस
आज पर नेगोशिएबल इंस्ट्रूमेंट आप
यस
इसको ध्यान में रखना चाहिए. ठीक है.
ओके सर.
आप CTS में काम किए हैं तो ये सब चीज को आपको ध्यान में रखना चाहिए.
ओके सर.
और अभी जैसे आप बताइए कि आप डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में फ्रीलांसर का काम कर रहे हैं, राइट ना?
यस सर. यस सर.
तो बैंकिंग का कोई काम छोड़ के फिर डिजिटल स्पेस में फिर मैंने क्या कर रहे हैं? फ्रीलांसर का काम मतलब थोड़ा समझाएंगे?
यस सर, एक्चुअली क्या हुआ सर, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि जब मेरा कैंडिडेचर रिजेक्ट हो गया दूसरे बैंक्स में जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दैट, तो उसके बाद क्योंकि उस टाइम पे अपनी लाइवलीहुड को चलाने के लिए मेरे को कुछ ना कुछ करना था, तो आई हैव एक्वायर्ड ए स्किल। और मैंने डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में, क्योंकि मैंने एमबीए अपना मार्केटिंग एंड फाइनेंस में करा हुआ है, तो डिजिटल मार्केटिंग में ही मैंने अपना, क्योंकि उस टाइम पे उसकी काफी ज्यादा ग्रोथ हो रही थी, तो उस वजह से उसी में
ठीक
सर्टिफिकेशन
ठीक
प्रोग्राम
ठीक
करा
ठीक ठीक
एसपीजेन।
ठीक ठीक है नीलेश जी, आप बैंक ऑफ महाराष्ट्र में मान लीजिए सिलेक्शन हो जाता है आपका, तो आप बैंक ऑफ महाराष्ट्र के लिए कैसे बेनिफिट साबित होंगे? हाउ विल बी?
सर यस सर, एक्चुअली अपने पास्ट में मैंने जिन भी बैंक्स में काम करा है, चाहे आपका स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड बैंक हो या एचडीएफसी बैंक, आई हैव बीन अ परफॉर्मर। मैंने हमेशा वहाँ परफॉर्म करा है। और इस टाइम के जो आपके उज्जीवन स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक के आपके सीईओ हैं, दैट इज मिस्टर नितिन चुग, वो उस टाइम पे एचडीएफसी बैंक में रिटेल बैंकिंग के हेड हुआ करते थे। तो उनके थ्रू मैंने गोल्ड मेडल और गोल्ड मेडल एज वेल एज ब्रॉन्ज मेडल जीता हुआ है और इंश्योरेंस कॉम्पिटिशन्स की, जो आपकी
So
इंश्योरेंस की कॉम्पिटिशन होते हैं।
you could have been contact with Mr. Nitin Chung for the
सर
entry
वो
in
उस टाइम सर एक्चुअली क्या है, वो उस
Ujjivan
टाइम पे
Small
रिटेल।
Finance Bank, आपका इतना अच्छा
सर
रिलेशनशिप
लेकिन
था।
सर यस सर सर वो था, लेकिन वो ऑलरेडी आप काफी सारे लोगों को जानते हैं। आई वाज वन ऑफ दोस पर्टिकुलर एम्प्लॉयज जिनको उस टाइम
हाँ,
पे अवार्ड दिया गया है।
उज्जीवन स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक में तो मोर देन 10,000 एम्प्लॉइज है, ठीक है।
नो नो सर,
तो
व्हेन ही वाज विद एचडीएफसी बैंक।
उसमें से एक नीलेश गुप्ता हो सकते थे। ये
यस सर, हो सकते थे
फ्रीलांसर का काम छोड़ के आप उसमें भी ज्वाइन कर सकते थे और आपका गैप भी मेंटेन हो जाता था।
सर।
Why you
एक्चुअली
have not
मैं जो
tried? आप ट्राई किए हैं?
सर मैंने वहाँ पे उज्जीवन स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक में ट्राई नहीं करा था मैंने, लेकिन इससे पहले दूसरे बैंक के जो आपके आरआरबी और दूसरे बैंक हैं उनमें ट्राई करा था। और इवन मैंने आरआरबी 2 बार क्वालिफाई भी करा है जीबीओ का, लेकिन
अरे फिर
अनफॉर्चुनेटली आई कुडंट मेक इट टू द फाइनल मेरिट लिस्ट।
आप जेआईबीसीए भी किए हैं?
नो सर, जेआईबी सीआईबी नहीं कराया।
तो आप इस गैप पीरियड में बैंकिंग के लिए क्या काम किए?
सर बैंकिंग के लिए मैंने केवल तैयारी करी है सर, क्योंकि मेरे को बैंकिंग में वापस आना था और मेरे को मौका चाहिए था, ताकि क्योंकि सर जेआईबी सीआईबी इसलिए उस टाइम पे नहीं करा क्योंकि प्राइवेट बैंक में काम करने।
आप बेसिकली कहाँ पे हैं?
सर आई एम बेस्ड आउट एट मुरादाबाद, यूपी।
तो अभी बैंक ऑफ महाराष्ट्र में तो ऑल इंडिया पोस्टिंग रहेगा, फिर आपको छुट्टी
सर
भी नहीं मिलेगा,
कोई
ठीक है।
दिक्कत नहीं है सर, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है
तो
सर,
फिर
आई एम अवेलेबल।
फैमिली का प्रॉब्लम कैसे आप हैंडल करेंगे?
नो सर, अब प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। एक्चुअली उस टाइम पे मेरी मदर भी वर्किंग में थी, नाउ शी इज आल्सो रिटायर्ड। तो अब माय मदर एंड फादर स्टेज टुगेदर, मतलब साथ में ही रहते हैं।
ओके ओके, प्रॉब्लम सर, एनी क्वेश्चन?
ओके, प्लीज टेल मी, अगर चेक में नंबर डिफरेंस है और मतलब जो लिखा हुआ है अमाउंट वो फिगर और
यस
नंबर में डिफरेंस है, तो आप
यस
कौन सा एक्सेप्ट करेंगे? देयर इज अ डिफरेंस
सर
बिटवीन या
वार्ड में
सर
हाँ
सर
वार्ड
वो
में
नंबर में
क्लियरिंग में अगर
डिफरेंस है।
सर वो क्लियरिंग में आया है या काउंटर पे आया है, उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है। क्योंकि अगर क्लियरिंग में आया है
नीलेश, आपको
तो
नेगोशिएबल इंस्ट्रूमेंट एकदम अच्छे से पढ़ के जाना है, आपका
यस सर,
कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर नहीं है।
ओके
सर पूछ रहे हैं कि वो मान लीजिए 50,000,
यस
वो
सर।
लिखा हुआ है 5,000, मतलब 500 या 000, मगर
सर
वार्ड में
जो अमाउंट आपका वर्ड्स में लिखा हुआ है वो क्लियर करा जाएगा, लेकिन जो
वो
क्लियरिंग।
वही पूछा जा रहा है।
यस सर, यस सर। सर क्योंकि वो लीगल अमाउंट वही कहलाता है जो आपका वर्ड फिगर्स में लिखा हुआ है, वो आपका कर्टसी अमाउंट कहलाता है। तो हमेशा जो वर्ड्स में लिखा होता है वो क्लियर करा जाए।
Okay, so tell me something about capital adequacy ratio. What is capital adequacy ratio?
सर कैपिटल एडिक्वेसी रेशियो वो होता है जो कि आपका बेसिकली भी कोई भी अगर रिस्क वेटेड एसेट्स हैं आपके, मतलब ताकि सिक्योर करा जा सके किसी भी तरीके का जो
क्रेडिट
आपकी
कार्ड का रिस्क
इंसॉल्वेंसी।
वेटेज क्या है? हमने बोला
सॉरी सर,
रिस्क
आई सर
रिस्क
उसका आइडिया
वेटेज।
नहीं।
ओके, सारे प्रोडक्ट्स का रिस्क वेटेड एसेट्स कितना है? होम लोन का क्या
Yes, sir.
है, पर्सनल लोन का क्या है, क्रेडिट कार्ड का रेट 100 है, ठीक है। क्रेडिट कार्ड
Yes.
सबसे हाईएस्ट रिस्क वेटेड एसेट है,
Okay.
वो देख रहा है। व्हाट इज रिस्क वेटेड एसेट, बताइए।
सर रिस्क वेटेड एसेट्स वो होते हैं सर जहाँ पे ये देखा जाता है कि आपके जो भी इंस्टीट्यूशन है उसको किसी तरीके की इंसॉल्वेंसी का सामना ना करना पड़े, और अगर किसी तरीके की इंसॉल्वेंसी आती है तो उस टाइम पे उसके पास पर्टिकुलर फंड हो उससे ओवरकम करने के लिए।
ओके, ठीक है।
नीलेश, आपको नर्वस होने का जरूरत नहीं है,
ओके सर।
आपको नर्वस होने का जरूरत
you have been with so many GD और आप थोड़ा सा नर्वस लग रहा
इतना
है।
नर्वस होके क्यों बैठे हुए? और वो भी सिर्फ मतलब आप प्रबंधन सर को 6 महीने पहले ही आप उनसे बात कर चुके हैं और जो इंटरव्यू होंगे तो आपके लिए दे विल बी
नहीं होंगे।
ये क्या है मतलब नर्वस होके क्यों बैठे हो? बी
Sir, am I
कॉन्फिडेंट।
looking like nervous? मतलब हो सकता है मेरी आवाज में लग रहा हो लेकिन चेहरे पे तो नहीं है सर।
नहीं, चेहरे पे भी है, चेहरे पे भी है।
चेहरे
Okay,
पे
sir.
भी है। आप लोगों को डरने की बात नहीं है। जो भी इंटरव्यूअर होंगे वो हमारी तरह ही कुछ लोग होंगे, ठीक है। उनमें से कुछ लोग हम भी जानते हैं, कुछ हमारे दोस्त भी हैं, तो कहीं कोई डरने की, कहीं पे कुछ ये की वाली बात नहीं है, ठीक है।
जस्ट थिंक
Okay.
कि कुछ डिस्कशन हो रहा है, जैसे अभी
सिर्फ
डिस्कशन
डिस्कशन सबके लिए है, सबके लिए है, ठीक है।
Okay.
इंटरव्यू का मतलब डिस्कशन नहीं है,
हाँ।
ठीक है।
आप भी
Yes.
बैंक में ज्वाइन
वो
करोगे,
आपके बारे में जानना चाहते हैं,
आप भी
वो नीलेश गुप्ता जी के बारे में जानना चाहते हैं,
आप
बस
भी
यही है।
हाँ, आप भी बैंक में ज्वाइन करोगे, किसी मतलब स्ट्रेटेजिक पोस्ट में कभी हैंडल करोगे, तो उन्हीं लोगों के साथ चाय पियोगे। वो बोलेगा कि भाई थोड़ा सा चलो घूमने चलते हैं, बहुत हो गया, ठीक है, थोड़ा सा चाय पीने चलते हैं। कोई स्मोक करता है तो भाई है क्या, सिगरेट विगरेट रखा है क्या, यही बोलेंगे, यही सब लोग बोलेंगे। एज गैप हो सकता है बट फिर भी यही सब होगा। आगे चल के आप अगर कॉर्पोरेट पोस्टिंग आपको मिलेगा, एचआर के बगल वाले डेस्क पे आप बैठोगे, तो इनमें से कोई होगा जिसके साथ आपका भी दोस्ती यारी होगा आगे चल, ठीक है।
Yes.
Even if you will be posted in a crucial position or you will be fortunate enough to be posted at a corporate office or somewhere where these kind of people sit, you will have interactions with them, so don't worry, any day these people will become your friend. And I am
Yes.
fortunate to know so many people because I have created a relationship. I have built a relationship. We have worked extensively to build relationship with so many people. So if you do so, you will also have relationship with this kind of people. Then you don't have to fear. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Next, Pranav, I think I have taken one of your interviews. So we'll go to with Balaji. Balaji Oza have not taken any interview with us. Balaji come next. Then Vinayak, Pranav, Ravendra will be the last for today.
Sir,
Balaji, yeah, Akanksha.
sir, yes, sir. Sir, I just have a doubt. Sir, I just want to ask what type of banking, like how aggressive or what type of banking Bank of Maharashtra is doing, and what is its main point so that we can feature out that points and
Already told by sir. They are aggressive towards MSME lending right now. Okay. They are also doing
And also in Maharashtra, main focus in agriculture, term lending as well as cases.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And
Thank you.
very, very less in corporate banking, very less, almost nil.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you.
Agriculture CC, मतलब KCC, agriculture term lending, MSME, both CC as well as term loan. Okay. And bit consumer loan like housing, personal or car loan.
Sure,
But
sir.
main focus in on MSME and agriculture.
Okay,
And
sir.
in fact, the news is that Bank of Maharashtra has done number one in MSME lending in last year.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Balaji, introduce yourself.
Sir, good evening. I'm Balaji. I'm currently working in ICICI Bank for last 5 years and 11 months. I have done my PGDB from ICICI Manipal Academy, that is affiliated to Manipal University. I am working as a deputy manager, scale 2 in ICICI Bank, currently in credit lending for unsecured loans.
Scale, you are already scale 2.
I will be scale 2 when I become manager grade, sir, next
You
year.
are in deputy manager band 2.
Yes, sir.
So why you want to
What
join?
is that? What is the deputy manager band?
It is equivalent to which grade?
It is DBM post, sir. You can
Not
call
DBM.
it.
No.
There is no DBM in government banks.
What is in PS? मतलब scale 1 or scale 2?
Scale 1 at a senior level, sir. Not at a scale 2 level.
Okay. Got it.
Just middle of that, closer to scale 2.
Okay, if you are promoted, you will become a scale 2.
Yes, sir.
So why don't you wait for your promotion in your current bank?
One of the reason is I am currently in unsecured lending. I want to move out, do something better. And second reason is monetary benefit, which Bank of Maharashtra is providing now. That is
Balaji only tell about monetary benefit, and you will come out to do better. You can even come out to do better in ICICI Bank.
Career growth, monetary benefit
career.
and career growth.
Okay,
Yes.
because ICICI Bank has huge
Scope.
landscape in unsecured, secured branch banking, in corporate banking, in retail banking. Tell me in which segment ICICI Bank is not doing well. In every segment, then your answer should be like that. The monetary benefit, scale 2, and other things you may also add, but don't add this type of.
What is the difference you think in your mind? Is there in private banking space and the PSU banking space?
The difference between them is the technology part, sir.
What technology part?
The technology which I will just see about the ICICI Bank, they have a technology-oriented approach, and
Don't you think that nowadays public sector banks are also aggressive towards the implementation of technological?
now it is happening, sir.
So,
But whenever
what
I
is the
see the
difference?
starting, even private
But
banks
they
also
are not matching. They are not matching with ICICI. And technologically, ICICI Bank is far ahead compared to these public sector banks, except SBI. Now SBI Bank of Baroda, they are also technologically almost equivalent to ICICI Bank.
even in the lockdown period also there were many developments which ICICI Bank has implemented. We have
Like-
totally digitalized the process of personal loan sourcing.
That was
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Totally it is digitalized for new to bank customer also, not just ICICI Bank salary account, saving account customer who are not having any relationship with ICICI Bank also are getting a loan.
Balaji, suppose
Yes,
there is a customer has taken personal loan from ICICI Bank. Okay. After
Okay.
taking that personal loan, he or she had died after 2 months of disbursement of that personal loan. Then how
Yes.
you will recover that loan from that customer?
There are two ways, sir. We generally approach a customer, suggest the customer, advise to customer that they go with the insurance cover. Full cover. There are two ways we cover insurance, sir. One is life and one is additional loan
No,
amount.
your straight question is that how you will recover. He has died. How you will recover? You cannot talk about insurance after the death, na?
Okay. Other than the insurance cover, we will.
You can say that if it is covered under insurance, then we'll recover from the insurance agency. If not,
Okay.
tell the answer.
If not, we will be approaching the people who are legal heir of the customer. We'll approach the address, and if any property is there in the customer name, which will be passed on to the customer. Anyways, we have a good data about the customer while sourcing the loan, so that will be approached. And
But customer has not given any collateral. It's
Yes, sir.
absolutely unsecured loan. Then how will you approach to legal heir or family members?
we
Can
cannot
you approach?
mandate the legal heir to pay extra amount, but whatever the property or which is passed on to the legal heir, that is
But
to be
as per legally, can you enforce that property?
court can enforce, sir. We will only approach to the customer's relatives initially.
How? They have not taken any collateral security. Then how will enforce that property?
So customers' relatives are not responsible for paying it, but ultimately customers' property, even in other cases also where customers are running companies where there is no relationship between the company and the customer promoters, still the promoters' property also attached because they are also indirectly required to pay the debts. So in this scenario,
there is no provisional for the same. Simply the bank or the lender have to write out that loan. If any insurance product or anything has not been attached with that loan during disbursement, there is no provision of taking that property of the customer. Okay, because it's absolutely unsecured product. You have not taken any collateral. Okay.
yes, sir.
You have only sourced unsecured product.
Yes, sir.
How you calculate the eligibility of this for the salary customer for this personal loan?
For salaried customer, first of all, we see the profile from which company he is coming from. We'll see the salary. We will take only fixed part of the salary, sir. Net
Mhm.
salary which is getting into his hands in accounts,
Mhm.
from which we will see what are the obligation is paying month on month.
How
And we
will
have
know?
two.
I will know these obligations.
There are two ways, sir. Initially, before taking the application, after taking the application, just to filter the customer before taking the CIBIL, we will ask the customer to share the details of the loans which are running in the name customer.
Hmm.
So we will see the obligation, just oral confirmation. And after that, we have certain ways of calculating. Multiplier is there. Of if certain salary is X%, we will multiply the salary. And one more possibility is we will calculate FOIR, that is fixed obligation to income ratio. We will total the obligation and additional amount which is applying for
When a
that
personal loan
EMI
become an NPA?
NPA, it can become
When
NPA, sir,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
after 90 days of
After?
non-payment. After 90 days of non-payment, sir.
Okay, what is provisioning in NPA? What is the meaning of provisioning in NPA?
Provisioning is when customer is not paying the EMI, it becomes doubtful asset. Then we have to provide some provisions in our balance sheets to cover up that loss. So that is provisioning, sir.
Provision, sir, if you cannot.
Yeah, can you tell me what are the repercussions of high NPA of a bank?
High NPA will reduce the profit which bank is earning, and it will nowadays it will impact bank on RBI side. There they will restrict bank on expanding.
What
that
is
PCA
what is
there.
ARC? What is ARC?
Asset reconstruction company, sir.
What is that?
Where these companies take over the bad loans of the company. No, I'm not sure, sir. I'm not totally sure.
What is bad bank?
Bad bank is the bank where all the bad loans of all the banks are collected together, that passed on to the single bank. That is created separately.
No.
Go through it. Go through it. Asset reconstruction company and bad bank.
Okay.
It's basic. It's for all. Okay. Bad bank is a lot in news. Bad bank
There is
is
some
one.
amendment today in IBC also. All should also go to that. Even I am also not gone to that. All should go to that. The current amendment in IBC. That could be a question.
Okay, okay, Balaji. You looks very confident. You look very confident too. Just you go through the basics. You will be
Basic regarding this NPA
Ah.
and your product in personal loan.
So one more
Okay.
thing, sir. You
Yes,
said
sir.
about recovery, sir. I was actually not sure because recently, due to COVID, people are dying, sir, who have not taken insurance. In this scenario, 2 or 3 EMIs are pending from the customer side. Our bank is able to collect it, sir, recover it. That we are not going into that forced recovery. Without forced recovery itself, we are able to settle that. So in what scenario customers' relatives are coming and settling it, sir?
It's you cannot force.
No, we are not forcing. Without forcing, customers' relatives are coming and selling.
You can motivate them that this loan has been taken from our bank. If possible, kindly close that loan. Kindly repay that loan. But
so that means
legally,
voluntarily they are coming, sir.
Yeah, voluntary, right?
I was thinking in the other way that they are.
No, legally you cannot do anything.
Okay, who will go next? Who will go next? Vinayak. Yes, Vinayak. How are
Yes,
you?
sir.
How are
Sir,
you?
I am fine, sir. Sir, I am fine, sir. Doing good, sir. What about you, sir?
Yeah, I'm okay. Please tell me something about yourself.
Sir, so my name is Vinayak Sukhatme. I am right now working with Canfin Homes Limited as a branch manager from past 18 months. Prior to that, I was working with HDFC Bank Limited as a branch operation manager in retail branch banking segment. I have a total of work experience of 9 years in banking, and this 18 months I have completed in Canfin Homes Limited, sir. And I have done my MBA in finance, and I am a JIB certified.
Last assignment was HDFC as a scale 2.
Sir, as a yes, sir, as a branch operations manager, sir, in the retail branch banking.
And the grade was scale 2. in
Yes, sir.
HDFC?
Grade was scale 2. Yes, sir. Grade was scale 2. Manager.
And in NBFC, in current NBFC?
Sir, right now my grade is manager, but right now I'm a branch manager, sir. Here. I'm also handling a team of 4, sir.
Your current salary?
Sir, current salary is sir scale to around, sir. I am getting around, sir, 55,000.
So I believe it will be less if you join in Bank of Maharashtra. Your net salary will be less.
Sir, my net salary is around 55,000 here, and sir, as per records, I mean, I will get with, I mean, same as like this one thing and something.
And
with,
maybe
sir,
some incentive, some bonus is
yes, sir.
NBFC.
Sir, actually,
you
in
may be
Canfin,
getting.
sir, we don't have that bypass settlement. 11 bypass settlement was not there, so I guess the salary is on a lesser side as compared to Bank of Maharashtra. But yes, sir. I mean, I'm looking forward after that.
Okay. You are basically doing home loans here.
Yes, sir. Only home loans. Sir.
What are the mortgages in banking?
Sir, so there are actually 6 types of mortgages, sir. Simple mortgages, sir, English mortgage, use satisfactory mortgage, mortgage by title deeds, and unanimous mortgage, and mortgage by title deeds, sir. So,
can you briefly tell one by one?
yes, sir. Sir, simple mortgages, sir, where simple mortgages, sir, where we are keeping the, I mean, simple the property mortgage with us, and we are with the bank. Sir, English mortgage is like the when sir property of, I mean, the lender is actually the liability
Caretaker of that property.
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, caretaker of that's a property. And sir, you satisfactory mortgage is, sir, when we can derive some rent or something, sir, rent or from that property. And sir, a mortgage by title deeds is, sir, when the title deed is only deposited with our bank. And sir, one is, sir, I mean,
the title deeds can be deposited in selective areas. What is it known as? In selective areas, in selective branches only. The title deeds can be deposited in selective branches or in selective areas.
Sir, selective areas means, sir, sir, it depends upon the location. Like that, because, sir, I am not aware of that. I mean, it's some location. I mean, if, sir, because I right now, I mean, an urban location only. So, sir, we are basically into, sir, simple mortgage and, sir, registered mortgage only, sir.
And in HDFC, what was your job profile?
Sir, I was into, sir, retail branch banking, totally into retail branch banking. I was into authorization of transactions. I was into, sir, a day-to-day daily course, sir. I was assigned, I mean, customer service and, sir, cash handling, and, sir, I mean, daily activities of, sir, branch.
Have you done any type of selling like insurance, mutual fund, SIP?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have done it, sir. Actually,
okay.
Yes, sir. Actually, being an operation head, we used to get a target, and plus we are having an individual target also. Plus, I was assigned a team of 3 persons. So which I, when they are doing the targets, I mean, I have to make them do the targets. So I was handling a team in HDFC Bank also.
The difference between term insurance and unit-linked insurance policy. Briefly tell me.
So term insurance means, sir, when you are doing, sir, when the insurance is for your, sir, life, and so term insurance when amount is huge and you are paying I mean, simple premium, and only there is a death benefit, sir, in the term insurance. And unit linked investment plans are, it's a kind of investment plan where you are getting a NAV and you are investing yearly or monthly, and by some years back you can get your money back also. And if it's totally depend on the market conditions. So term insurance is like a proper insurance plan where you are getting a death benefit only.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So can you tell me something about the principles of insurance?
So principles of insurance be like, sir, principle of insurance, sir, it should be like the policy should be, sir, clearly mentioned to the customer. You should not do mis-sell. Everything you should tell the customer rightly.
What is the
What
main
the
target
pros
of
and cons.
Monetary Policy Committee?
Target of Monetary Policy Committee is, sir, it's linked with the interest rate with our country, sir. There are various parameters of monetary
No,
policy.
no. There is one line answer. I think you have never gone through my classes. I always tell beginning of any Monetary Policy Committee class. Monetary Policy Committee has one target, primary target, that is inflation targeting. The exact word is inflation targeting. They have to keep the inflation, okay, in between plus minus. What is the inflation target for Monetary Policy Committee? What is the target of inflation for MPC? Can you tell me?
Vinayak. Yeah.
Anyone?
No, sir.
Anyone over here?
So 2 to
Plus-
6%.
Not 2 to 6% is not the answer.
It is 4%. 4% upon.
Sir, plus minus
4 plus
Plus minus
plus
2%
2.
of 4%.
4%.
Yeah, plus minus 2% of
Consumer price index, sir,
4%.
CPI.
Not CPI. Plus minus
Sir,
2%
plus minus
of
2%.
Of 4%, which is effectively 2 to 6. But the best way to tell is in the language of RBI is plus minus 2% of 4%. Okay.
But sir, it is, I think it is expired. Today I read, it is, I think, expired on the.
It was from 2016 to 2021. It is for
Yes.
5 years. There will
Yes,
be
yes.
new target will be set on this year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Vinayak,
Sir, I
Hello.
will make note. Sir, I will make note of it, sir.
Vinayak, have you
Why-
ever heard about PSL?
Sir, yes, sir. Priority sector lending, sir.
What is that?
What is that?
So priority sector lending, it's, sir, some, we are, sir, giving priorities to some, sectors which are like housing, agriculture, MSMEs, and electricity. And sir, this, sir, various sectors are there, and sir, we have to do around, sir, 40% of a net adjusted back credit. Sir, we have to give this loans to, first of all, to all these priority sectors to us, where there are, which are more a driver of our economy.
The LTV, how the home loan LTV has been calculated for priority sector. Which loans, the loan amounts will be under priority sector in home loan cases? You
Sir,
are doing house. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, priority sector, sir, home loans, sir, itself is in priority sector, but sir, the types of loans, sir, we are giving to EWS, LIGs, where people whose income is less, affordable housing schemes. So, sir, that, sir, is coming under priority sector, sir.
All housing loans will become under this priority sector,
Yeah.
or is there any classification for the same?
Sir, housing sector is, in this priority sector, sir, but sir, affordable housing schemes and, sir, this is under, sir, priority sector, sir.
Sorry?
Sir, affordable housing schemes, sir, given by the government, is basically under the priority sector.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. And sir, moreover, sir, housing sector itself is in the priority sector lending. So
Go through the
No,
PSL.
it's
Yes, sir.
only
Yes, sir.
only up to 35 lakhs
okay,
for metropolitan cities and 25 lakhs for other cities.
okay, sir.
And there is also that the cost of the housing should be that some around 45 lakhs or 30 lakhs. You should go through that. I have
Definitely, sir.
just forgotten the same. But it's
Definitely, sir.
25 lakhs and 35 lakhs.
Definitely,
Okay.
sir. Sir, I will
Yeah.
note it.
Next. Who raised the hand? Yes, Nilesh, you are right. Just a second. Yes, yes. Ravindra, I think you have been once.
At least all should complete once, then will come
Yeah.
for repeat interview. Okay, at least all should.
Because I have to work on this IT related issues. I am getting messages again and again. Anyone who has not taken interview and interested, join fast. Join fast. Anyone? Meenakshi, you have not taken interview. Narendra Reddy, Nitin, Nithi, Pragal,
Why people?
Ramesh,
Those are not.
Rameshwari,
Those are not
Shani.
participated. Why they are not coming?
Why you are not having the courage to face, or what is the issue?
If you will not.
It is a trial version for you. Similar questions will be asked. I need your participation. Previous mock tonight I will upload, all including this one. Tonight I will upload.
Those have not been participated, please come. Those have not been participated yet, please.
Please, a very limited time.
At least one interview.
Last one, someone please join. Okay, Meenakshi will be doing it tomorrow.
Why tomorrow? What will happen tomorrow? That will not today.
Okay, no issues. You will have a mindset ready. Okay, no issue. Anyone who has not appeared. Important questions
Okay.
have already
Okay.
told. We'll discuss all the important questions in one session. The questions that we have uploaded, Sir and I will discuss one by one. Okay.
So can I ask a question?
Be fast. Yeah, Nidhi. We'll go with Nidhi.
Nilesh.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. I will speak. I will ask.
After Nidhi.
Nilesh, tell.
Yeah,
Sir,
Nilesh
actually
ask.
yes sir. So actually जो आप क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे थे रिलेटेड टू प्रोविजनिंग, जैसे कि आपके जितने भी एनपी में प्रोविजनिंग होती है, सिक्योर्ड लोन्स की अलग होती है, अनसिक्योर्ड लोन्स की अलग होती है, और डाउटफुल और सब स्टैंडर्ड एसेट्स के हिसाब से, तो हमको हर एक की याद करनी होगी कि मतलब कितना
वो इंटरव्यू को भी याद नहीं होगा आपको, आप कैसे याद, मतलब मगर उनको मालूम होना चाहिए कि आपको कंसेप्ट क्लियर है। ठीक है, आपको कंसेप्ट क्लियर है।
एक्चुअली आई वाज गोइंग थ्रू इट, तो क्या कहते हैं थोड़ी बहुत फिगर्स तो याद है मेरे को, इसलिए मैंने
मतलब आपको थोड़ा बहुत जानना जरूरी है क्योंकि आपका भी कांसेप्ट क्लियर होगा।
आपका कांसेप्ट क्लियर होना चाहिए, ऐसा नहीं कि एग्जैक्ट फिगर।
हां,
ओके थैंक यू।
लॉस होने पर 100% प्रोविजनिंग करना पड़ता है।
यस सर, लॉस पे है।
हां, तो वो सब देखिए।
इवन डाउटफुल पे भी अगर आपका अनसिक्योर्ड है तो 100%।
हां,
वो याद रह जाएगा, एक बार देखिए।
छोटा मोटा गलती को गलती नहीं माने, क्योंकि वो इंटरव्यूअर को भी इट्स नेवर पॉसिबल टू रिमेंबर ऑल द थिंग्स, बट कांसेप्ट शुड बी क्लियर। ओके।
मुझे भी पूरा एक बार नहीं देखूंगा तो मैं क्लियर नहीं बोल पाऊंगा। ठीक है, चलो निधि प्लीज ज्वाइन। Yeah, Nidhi.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Nidhi. Please introduce yourself.
So actually, I am not prepared with all the topics, which is why I was hesitant in joining.
Not
but
be hesitant. This will be.
Yeah.
This will boost your confidence more. Yeah. So introduce yourself. That much you should be prepared every time. Okay, tell me.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
So my name is Nidhi Singh. I have graduated from Bachelor's of Management Studies. I have about 4 years of experience in banking. I joined as a probationary officer in the now.
Okay, yes. So we'll rectify next. You always start with your experience, then your qualification. Okay, don't forget that.
Okay, sir. Yeah. So I joined in as a probationary officer in the now erstwhile Lakshmi Vilas Bank in 2017. So I was placed in a newly opened branch and I worked as an operations head, a universal banker, and I was made the branch head after completion of 2 years of my probation period. So Lakshmi Vilas Bank now is a part of the Singapore-based foreign bank, Indian subsidiary DBIL, which is Development Bank of
As a
Singapore, India
branch
Limited.
manager, what portfolio you are handling? Any
So
advance,
since
any loan and advances have done?
yeah, so actually, since it's a newly opened branch, I mean, I kind of joined in as a operations head. So we primarily had the job of bringing in new customers, sir. So not much of lending, and post that there was PCA placed, so we were not allowed to lend.
What is PCA? Can you briefly tell
So
me?
PCA is prompt corrective action. So what happens is RBI. So if there's any, so there are 4. Okay, so that's the reason I was not joining. Okay, actually,
At least you
there
should
are-
know about PCA because you are the
At
only
least,
private
yeah.
sector bank which was under PCA.
Yeah.
I think Dhanlaxmi Bank was the second
Dhanlaxmi
one.
also,
Yeah.
Dhanlaxmi
Yes.
also.
So actually, prompt corrective action is a measure that is placed by Reserve Bank of India. It's a corrective action when a bank's financial health are not that great. There are 4 certain parameters that the banks look after, like the RBI looks after, to kind of assess whether the bank is doing well or not. Parameters like capital adequacy ratio.
Is there any risk threshold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is there any?
Yes, sir. There are 3 risk thresholds. I also had a doubt. Do I have to remember all the figures of all the 3 risk thresholds, or is just the first risk threshold enough to remember?
You have to remember all threshold because the PCA question might be a hard question for you. Because the 2 banks, Dhanlaxmi and Lakshmi Vilas, was under PCA. So you have to thoroughly go through this PCA. You have to.
Yes, sir.
And just have a look day before your interview. It will be okay.
Yes, sir. So there's another potential question that I think can be asked is, what is the difference between merger and amalgamation?
Not on potential.
Because sir, I did not get a very distinct difference between the 2 while I was searching it on internet, because they
merger and amalgamation.
Yes, merger and amalgamation, because ours is supposed to be an amalgamation, whereas SBI and other banks are termed as a merger. So when I look at the difference in the internet, I see that these both almost look similar.
The basic difference between amalgamation and merger is amalgamation means your existing branch will be there. There will be no closure of the branches. Okay. Generally in RRB, have you ever had regional rural banks?
Yes, sir.
There amalgamation happens.
And remember, in amalgamation, what happens? There is a big entity amalgamates the smaller one, and in a merger, the 2 equals merge to become 1. Like Vodafone Idea is a merger.
Right.
They are almost equals, right? And the big company buying a small one, or Bank of Baroda has done. Bank of Baroda is a amalgamation because Dena Bank and Vijay Bank were smaller entities.
And acquisition means the bigger entity will do acquisition of very smaller entity.
Okay, and the identity of the smaller entity ceases to exist, right?
Yeah.
And there was another point that I'd seen, that in merger, the line of business may or may not be the same, whereas in amalgamation, it is necessarily the same. Is that true? Because
In banking, I mean in regional rural banks, what is going on currently? The state level amalgamation, maybe the national level amalgamation. Okay, though all are same. I mean the regional rural banks, they are banking companies. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so thank you. Good night, everyone. We'll discuss day after tomorrow. We'll discuss all the banking interview questions. Okay. I will upload the 3 of these videos after some time.